Huge Star Wars news. Bad Batch, the official Clone Wars spin-off, has been confirmed on StarWars.com. We gotta break this down. What's up, everybody? It's Josh. Welcome back to the channel. Smash that like button and let's get right into this news. I know that Corey and Noah from Kessel Run Transmissions are pretty freaking pumped right about now. And the crazy thing is, at first, I thought this was just being confirmed by the trades, but no, like the trades are talking about an article that was officially written on StarWars.com, an official press release. So official as a whistle. I want to break down what is in the report online, but then I want to, at the back half of this video, explain to you why this is way cooler and way more of a big deal than just about the Bad Batch show. This means something about some of the other scoops that Kessel Run Transmission has been talking about, and the reason that this show has been officially announced and not the Rebels sequel series, well, that's interesting. I have a theory on that. So here we go, right from StarWars.com. Star Wars The Bad Batch, an all-new animated series to debut on Disney Plus in 2021. It says here, today, Disney Plus ordered its next animated series from Lucasfilm Star Wars The Bad Batch. It says here, today, Disney Plus ordered its next animated series from Lucasfilm Star Wars The Bad Batch. Fresh off the critically acclaimed series finale of Star Wars The Clone Wars, the Disney Plus original series will premiere on the streaming service in 2021. The series follows the elite and experimental clones of The Bad Batch, first introduced in Clone Wars, as they find their way in a rapidly changing galaxy in the immediate aftermath of the Clone War. Members of The Bad Batch, a unique squad of clones who vary genetically from their brothers in the clone army, each possess a singular exceptional skill, which makes them extraordinarily effective soldiers and a formidable crew. In the post-Clone War era, they will take on daring mercenary missions as they struggle to stay afloat and find new purpose. Giving new and existing fans the final chapter of Star Wars The Clone Wars has been our honor at Disney Plus, and we are overjoyed by the global response to this landmark series, said Angs Chu, Senior Vice President Content for Disney Plus. While The Clone Wars may have come to its conclusion, our partnership with the groundbreaking storytellers and artists at Lucasfilm Animation is only beginning. We are thrilled to bring Dave Filoni's vision to life through the next adventures of The Bad Batch. So that's it. That is the official report. Very cool stuff. A couple of things I want to say right off the bat before we get into some of the spicy stuff here. So number one, this might account for one of the biggest changes in the series, and this all has to do with the character of Echo. Echo goes to hang out with the Bad Batch and join the Bad Batch at the end of that arc. That is a change from the early animation work that we saw of that exact arc in 2015 at Anaheim Star Wars Celebration. In that arc, it's sort of teased that there might be something sinister going on with the character of Echo, but in this new arc, Echo seems to be totally on the up and up, and instead of, having some nefarious weird stuff going on, he just goes and joins the Bad Batch. So now let's talk about the unofficial stuff. So yes, I knew about this series. I'd actually heard from Corey and Noah a lot of details about this series a couple of months ago, and even before that, as early as late last year, I heard some reports about a Clone Wars spin-off series that would be done in the Clone Wars animation style following some of the clones. That's all I knew about it then, so I didn't feel right about reporting about it or talking about it. And then when I talked to Corey and Noah about it a couple of months ago, it was pretty clear they had that scoop and they were right. Now, you won't see many of the Hollywood trades or many people in general giving credit to those dudes over there at Kessel Run Transmissions, but they definitely deserve it. They had this one, they had it 100% right, and I think that a lot of people out there are sort of confused as to the validity of their sources, and this whole Rebels sequel series that they keep talking about, is that actually going to be a thing? A lot of people doubted Kessel Run Transmissions. Well, they just got a big win here, so you should probably believe what they say a little bit more. And so this sounds awesome. I will be checking this show out, but I'm almost more excited about what it implies for the future of Star Wars. A lot of the things that we've been hearing seem to track. I think it's really cool that they're going to do this Rebel sequel series, that Dave Filoni is going to be heavily involved in building shows over on Disney Plus. This seems to corroborate a lot of that. And here's something about it that's really interesting. We're in pure speculation here, so take my hand. Let's go to Speculation Town. I find it fascinating that this series is officially announced before the Rebels sequel series. Now, the press release says they just ordered this and it's going to come out next year and all this stuff. Guys, this show's been in development for a long, long time. This was exactly the reason why a lot of the people involved in the Clone Wars, around the time when the Clone Wars was re-airing on Disney Plus, they were saying really weird, cryptic things like, hey, if fans keep loving this, we'll keep making it, which was odd because we all know that the Clone Wars was going to end after this last season. So what were they talking about? This is also the big rumors about the voice actor who plays the clones coming back and doing some serious work. It is likely for this show and possibly for the Rebels sequel series as well. And to my knowledge, from what I know, the Rebels sequel series was in development first, or at least further along in development than even this Bad Batch show. So I find it pretty odd that they're going to do this show maybe first, or maybe we are going to get the Rebels sequel series and they're still holding on for that crazy announcement, and they might make that announcement to coincide with The Mandalorian Season 2. So there's one of two things that's going on here. Either they're arming up this big surprise, which I tend to lean this way. I think that they're arming up this big surprise that the Ahsoka cameo in Season 2 of The Mandalorian will perfectly lead in to that new animated series, and they will announce it around that time to just create like this sort of undeniable hype train, and then people will just jump in and watch that new animated show. However, another option is that due to a lot of the new stuff that Dave is developing in live action for Disney Plus, which is for now just a rumor, but it's happening. It's totally real. And so perhaps Dave is adjusting the story of this animated series that will be The Search for Ezra Bridger because of some of the new stuff he's doing in live action. That is totally and completely possible. But either way, guys, big time Star Wars news. Bad Batch is real, coming out next year. It also solidifies Kessel Run Transmissions as having good sources and being a reliable way to get this kind of information, which in turn means the Rebel sequel series pretty much guaranteed. It is interesting that it wasn't announced before this show. Will it still come out this year? Is it being delayed because of other development? I don't know. You guys tell me what you think about all of that in the comment section below. And now let's shout out Coop Gene. Yes, indeed, it was Jeff Johns who wrote Flashpoint. And now let's ask another nerd card question before we get out of here. I want to know what director from The Mandalorian Season 1 is related to Solo, a Star Wars story director, Ron Howard. Answer that question in the comment section below. A special reminder that tomorrow, July 14th at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on our live streaming channel, I am sitting down with the gentleman that originally broke the big scoop that Ben Affleck is coming back as Batman. DC fans, you are not going to want to miss that stream. As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video.